Alright, so welcome. Today I'm going to take apart my Raspberry Pi 400. Normally I wouldn't, but there's something loose in here. There's something rattling around, so I'm going to try and find that. I'm hoping it's not a piece of solder or something like that that could short something out, so I want to do that. I also want to take a look at this delete key, which really sinks down in, but like other keys don't go in so far. So I want to see if there's some kind of support missing from that. Maybe that's what's rattling. Maybe something broke off inside there. So I have a bunch of tools, but I just got one of these iFixit kits just to have some of these plastic pry tools and things like that. Yeah, I think I'll stick with plastic for this. So as I understand, this thing is all clips, so it shouldn't be, I shouldn't need a screwdriver at all. But first thing I need to do is take my SD card out. So put that to the side. And then I think I want to start with this little hook job here. And I forget where people started. I guess it doesn't really matter as long as you can start getting these clips out. There's one up front here. Not sure where they want me to start. Okay, this edge might be better. I wonder if I can. Yeah, you can see there's some little slits there that I can fit this into. Might just need to be brave. Maybe start on a corner here. Maybe that will do it. Trying not to break this thing. Yeah, corner was right way to go. And then I should just be able to press this in. Let me try the wedge here. Yeah, it seems like you just run this along. Fix the focus here. Yeah, it seems like you just run this along the edge and go into each one of these slots right here and just press in. There we go, and I even heard the piece fall out of there. So there's a tiny little piece of plastic that fell out of something. Yep, I believe it is one of the rivets for the keyboard. So there might be something I can do to support it better. There it is, the last one. There we go. That should be it. So I know that, yeah, the keyboard is attached by a ribbon cable right there, so I need to go in and I think I need to push this out and flip it up, or do I just flip it up? I might just flip it up. Okay, so it looks like I can do little bit of movement. No, I have to do it this way. So, looks like this is an adhesive strip that they decided not to adhere. So this is an adhesive strip. I wonder if they just did it for strength, but they didn't peel off this little adhesive tape here that would, you know, stick this to there. Also, I'm noticing these. Also, I'm noticing these right here are the clips from the keyboard, and as I went in to open this, I may have popped some of those out. So you can see this is like loose now, whereas on this other side, all of these are intact. So that means that this side of the keyboard is now not as attached as it used to be, which is definitely what those what the rattling was that I was hearing in there. I think this top corner may have come loose at some point, and that's why I had one of them loose, but then the rest of them just came off over time, you know, as I was opening this up. So that sucks. I wonder how I can fix that. Maybe some hot glue? No. So this is all fused together with these like plastic rivets basically, and then these plastic rivets, the thicker ones, are the ones that connect it to this case, and those go between the keys. These are along the edge here, but I don't know if there's a good way to fix those without like getting something inside the keyboard and messing everything up. I wonder if there's enough space to put something like to stiffen this here. Well, anyway, I think I just flip this up, yeah, and then I can pull this out. Yep, so that's the keyboard off. Yep, that would be why all of those keys were loose and all of these are fine. See, that tab is fine because it's got all the support it needs, and then all of these are just, as I press them, the keyboard's bending out. Hot glue might do it. Like I said, I'm worried about hot glue, that it will get where it's not supposed to get. Well, another option is I could figure out whatever the clearance here is, and which is probably not a whole lot, and put some kind of support in there that would just sit. Oops. Some kind of support that would just sit right here and support the keyboard on that very edge. Oh yeah, that's why they're popping off. Yeah. So if you look here, all the rest of the keyboard has this metal plate under it, and so that's being supported. But right along the edge, there's no support. Now I wonder if I just don't hit these others as hard, or maybe they just happen to hold on better. I don't know. But this side definitely, they're coming off right there, and it's all of them on that side now. There's no support on this side anymore, and including even at the top here, because there's definitely no support right there. Although there's no support there. There is this little piece of plastic here that sits up against these LEDs, but that's it. So, like I said, I'm not going to really take this thing apart. Let me make sure I get all those pieces of plastic out of there before I close this up again. I just wanted to show you what this looks like on the inside. So yeah, this is a big heat sink. So the processor is like, let's see, the processor is about right here, I think, and it's, yeah. So this PCB is actually angled. Don't know if there's any way I can show you that, but yeah, the PCB is angled with this slope here. So it's angled up, so it's actually this piece right here is flat with the PCB. So this is about where the CPU is. Your HDMI ports are up here, but that's about where the CPU is. And then that heat is spread throughout this entire heatsink. So that's what this big metal plate, and it's stiff. Like I can't bend it. Just that's this really thin part. I can't bend that. You can also see that there's a little piece right here that looks like it contacts. It's supposed to contact anyway. This metal piece, metal pad or whatever on the PCB, and that would spread the heat around. But anyway, so that's the inside. I need to figure out what's going on with this side here and what I can do to help it. Maybe I can just form some of that Sugru or whatever it is that I have into this shape here to kind of give it some more support so that it can't possibly bend anymore, and I could just go up to like, yeah, just up to the height of the plate, and maybe I could do that. As long as this plate doesn't get above boiling, then that plastic will not deform. Okay, so I took a few minutes to think about this, and I was looking at putting hot glue maybe around here, or maybe Instamorph is the plastic I was talking about, but Instamorph actually melts at like 60 Celsius, so I wouldn't want to put that right next to this heatsink here because this can get up to 80. Maybe not right here at the edge, but I didn't want to take that risk. So hot glue should hold up at a higher temperature than that. And what I did was I built it up. Don't know if you can see that, so that it's like about at the same level, and it's a little squishy, so it'll give some, but it's about at the same level as the heatsink, and that way the keyboard will get some more support in that edge. So I'm not actually fixing the keyboard attachment, I'm just fixing this. And I couldn't find anybody else who was specifically having this problem just after a few minutes of searching, but I did find people who tried to replace the keyboard unit from the Raspberry Pi keyboard with into this shell, and it does work. It's just you have to pop all of these rivets, these melted plastic studs here, and it'll never feel the same. Like somebody said that it felt loose. Which I totally understand that. Now, I bet you could probably fix the loose feeling by putting adhesive pads, maybe, on the keyboard, and that would keep it from at least sliding around. But it's not going to make it feel as, I guess, stiff and solid as it used to. So let's put this back together and see if it helped at all. What I'm going to do is, well, first thing I need to do is slide this ribbon cable back where it's supposed to go. And I guess maybe I could do it this way. Yeah, that'll work. So yeah, slide that back in, make sure it's actually all the way in there and lined up, and then flop that down. And that should be all of my keyboard connections. Everything looks good. I don't think I'm going to do this adhesive thing like I talked about before. And then we need to make sure we get these light pipes for the status LEDs lined up. So what I'm going to do first is pop this corner, just this corner in, and maybe just this edge, and see how it feels after that. Oh, that actually feels better. Okay, yeah, that feels better. Let's try the rest of the side here. Yeah. Yeah, that feels better. Cool. Yeah, okay. Let me just close this up. Just make my way around the edge here, snapping everything in. Making sure that there's no gaps like that. Might take a little bit of effort to get it to snap into place. Especially the corners are going to be weird. Okay, we are good. Yeah, that feels way better. That's how it's supposed to feel. So you can see that there's just like I might have overdone it a tiny bit with the hot glue because there's just a little bit more gap there than there used to be. But these keys feel solid now. Yep, they definitely feel a lot better. All right, well, thanks for watching. I hope this solution works for you. It certainly has made this keyboard feel a lot better, so I'm really glad that that worked out. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great day.